Send
That
it.
is a good step one.
Step one. Cut a hole in a box. I'm excited about my game tonight for you fellas.
Oh, I can't
Good.
wait.
Good. I am so excited. Whoa,
Can't
what did I
wait.
do? Can't wait, won't wait.
Yeah, Scott, we lost one, we gained one, we lost one.
Yep.
We're working our way
but
back.
really what it feels like is we lost one, we gained 5. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, it's true, it's true. We gained a couple and we lost nothing.
Shout out Matt. Oh, man.
I don't think Corey's reading the chat, so I'll answer Scott. He's in Charleston once more.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, wait, is that a Raising Cane's cut back there?
Of course.
Oh,
Raising Cane's is the
I'm so
best.
jealous. I'm so jealous.
Corey's like, yo, I'll do weight loss challenge against you.
Let me get some Raising Cane's right quick, though.
I have to
He
live
really
today.
wants to
I'm good.
He wants to play Iron Hill. I get it.
Well,
Actually,
I do want to
I
do
was
that.
I mean,
thinking-
I respect that.
I was thinking it should be the reverse. Like, if I win, you fly me out to
So
Toboggan.
you should have to
but if
pay
you
for him
win,
to fly
I fly
and
you
put him
out.
up.
Well, I was going to say that, but then I realized that I'm broke. So, like,
I mean,
it's not the easiest thing for me to just, drop
No,
that money.
I'm totally kidding.
it can be fan funded by the fans of Unfinished Business. Where you at, Scott?
Yeah, Scott helps
Yes,
out.
Scott has to pay for the plane ticket. Just Scott. Just Scott.
Man.
Okay, I'm ready to roll.
All right, we all ready?
Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Sick.
They sound good.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. What episode are we on?
Scott said it's all on him. Let's
They're
go.
doing it. They're doing it.
Why do you think they're plagiarizing you?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, man.
Because my video is literally, hey, did you know that before the Zone OS, we had a Zone OS?
Is that what they said in their post?
Yeah, and that's literally my entire video is like, this is the better Zone OS.
You think you can copyright strike the video? I would try at least just see what happens.
I don't know. AB was throwing a blank one, but
Extreme?
yeah, like in the video, he like shows it and there's no stamp on it. So obviously it was like just
Didn't watch
something.
35.
Yeah, but he does 2 360s, like backhand 360s, and it fights out of it every time. So
Backhand
That's
360 on an extreme. That's cool.
yeah,
Yo, I'm not
like
gonna
Major
lie.
Annie.
I'm not gonna lie. The video of AB and Paul throwing those Jawbreaker Flex Lunas made them look real sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was another thing, Tyler.
Yep.
Another one of the finale discs. Well, I know you don't like this disc compared to the Hypercane, but the ESP Jawbreaker Venoms. So kind of like that that
ESP
zone.
Jawbreaker Venom. No, I mean, I used to throw a Venom. I just don't.
Like
I
it.
found that no. I found it wasn't as
Don't really
stable
like it.
as the Hyperking. At least the
Okay.
one I was throwing. So
Tyler, did
I
you
was
see
like,
they're making iBlend Conquerors?
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of like Pro. Like they'll be gummier and less stable. Like apparently they're super glidey and a little flippy.
I like the Conquer. It's just that I got my hands on the Hypercane and started tearing it up with that. But the Conquer is, Conquer I didn't. What did I get? I got top 5 in that windy day tournament, and all I threw was that disc, and it would have held the wind like a champ.
Right.
It's a good disc. I tell everyone about it. I mean, people were asking me on my card, like, "Oh, what's that? What's that? What's that?" And I was like, "It's a Conquer," and they're like, "Oh, what?" And I was like, "Oh, Infinite makes it, and you get."
Oh, you mean like Destroyer?
Nah, yeah, no, that's the Emperor.
Facts.
Didn't the Emperor come out with some new plastic or no?
I think the most recent's been the Halos. Everybody really likes the
Emperor
Halos.
Never mind then.
The Emperor's New Groove, man.
Dude.
Good movie.
Goose, yeah. Hey, Goose, yeah. Robbie. Hi.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am gonna be torn between the British Open in England and watching the European Open for disc golf. Because who
I feel
What are
knows?
you even talking about?
Come on now. Don't even mess. It might be Tiger's last major. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what, every tournament feels like it could be his last major.
Yeah.
So Tiger's my boy. Scumbag, but he's my boy.
You said it best, brother.
I'll never forget when I found out like what was going on with him and his wife and whatnot. I was like distraught. So it's funny though, because some demographic was like, yo, I like Tiger even more after that.
Yeah.
But
Tiger likes the same thing.
what could
Nothing wrong with that.
what could have
Drugs.
It's funny though, because who knew Tiger had game like that? Nobody.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Then all these women start coming out. It's like, dang, dude. How is it that he has like no other kids? Crazy. He ain't like Tyreek Hill, I guess. Tyreek Hill needs to take a note out of Tiger Woods' book.
Tiger Hill needs
just
male contraceptive just implanted, bro. He needs like the male. I almost said UTI. What's it called? IUD.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what though. I mean, he's got some genes. So
That's true.
I mean, if I was a woman, I probably wouldn't be that mad. Dude's like a freak athlete.
Got a shot for something.
Ready?
You guys ready to run it?
Yeah, sure.
Run it, Taylor.
Corey, do you know who won the Crocal Open?
Of course. I picked him.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the club, Corey. Back in the game, baby.
Yeah, good job.
I told you I was going to let you guys get ahead
I know.
so I can sweep.
I felt it.
Yeah.
All right,
I do
recording.
have a. Are we doing buy and sell?
Oh, I forgot about that. We can.
Oh, I didn't prepare, but we
I have
can do
nothing.
that.
But yeah, we can.
You
do
don't
it.
need to prepare. I haven't prepared at all once.
Yeah, but you thought about it.
What do you mean?
Don't lie. You haven't thought about it at all? About what could be your buy sell?
No. This time I have, but every other time it gets to all right, buy sell, and I'm literally going shit.
Yeah, I know. I see your face.
Yeah. So this is the first time, but we should do it.
I'll come up with something. We'll put it in before the game.
Dude, you look so funny right now in the because you're big.
Oh, I know.
You're the guest of honor.
I know. It's awesome.
I hate it.
No.
Are we good?
I
Yeah,
am.
sure.
I think I'm good. What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 35 of Unfinished Business. As you can see, I'm not joined by Matt this time. Tyler is back. We gained one, lost another, but we're living with what we got here. And by the layout, you can tell that Tyler is our guest of honor. So I'm super excited to do this interview with Tyler. Me and Corey have some great questions prepared. So, in all seriousness, we've got some good topics tonight. We've got the Crokel Open recap, and then we've got a major coming up. We've got European Open, lovingly known by Tyler as the European Cup, even though he didn't know he was saying it that way. We are going to talk about some storylines with that. We're going to catch up on some recent disc technology drama with the Tone Plastic, Latitude 64's Grip Plastic, whatever you want to call it. We've got some stocks to buy and sell in the disc golf world, and then we'll close it out with a game. So back to the beginning, Crokel Open happened this last weekend over in Europe, and it was a return to form for both Kristen Tatar. I think we all kind of expected she would kind of pick up right where she left off. Maybe not this soon for me, but she really kind of laid the hammer down on the final day with that 6 down. And then Ricky just dominated this weekend. So those were the winners. I'll leave it up to you guys to start us off. What was your main takeaway? You know, what were you liking about Crokel, whether it be the course, the coverage, the winners? What do you guys got?
Course, hands down.
Yeah.
Looked really awesome. Different style course. Really cool. It was really annoying that Ricky shot 13 under the first day and kind of ran away with it. So that was a real bummer because it just felt like, I mean, you're like, all right, round 2, what's going to happen? And then Ricky just kind of took a 7-shot lead and you're like, okay, it's over. Yeah. So you really didn't get to enjoy any competition. So that was the downer for sure. But the course looked awesome. Whatever they're doing in Europe, we got to figure out that and do that here fast.
Yeah, I would also say the course. We have mountains in the United States. Why don't we use them to our advantage? There's a lot of
no one cares about disc golf.
But you can probably purchase a plot of land on a mountain for a couple $1,000s, honestly.
Oh.
And build whatever we want on it, which is what it looked like. I know that was partially a golf course, but the golf course itself is also on a mountain. So that's insane. So I definitely think we need to do something here, whether it's making new courses or adding to the old courses. But I prefer making new courses. I think we need to think long-term and design something that's going to last and not be picked up and thrown out in 5 years.
Yeah, I definitely agree with courses we need new courses that are designed with the modern game in mind, for sure. Biggest storyline for me the weekend was the course as well. It definitely makes it hard to have a lot of individual storylines in competition. Like you mentioned, Tyler, when Ricky's just kind of running away with everything. I had cherry picked a stat simply because it falls back in line with my own narrative that putting is overrated. But Ricky led the field in C1 reg and C2 reg were kind of the big stats. I picked out, I was looking through, who led in putting. Gannon Burr only missed one C1 putt. He putted 97% on the weekend, but the disparity in C1 I think was really apparent, which this is probably not the best example because Ricky shot 14 strokes better than Gannon. But throughout the weekend, Gannon obviously they had really similar opportunities at C1 putts. Ricky had 31 and Gannon had 32. Gannon only missed one of those. Ricky missed a few more. But as far as just opportunities in C1, Ricky had 9 more just opportunities to make birdie that Gannon did not have. So I thought that was pretty interesting just overall as far as who's getting looks. And I think, Ricky just played super, super clean. 6 of 6 scrambling, did not bogey at all. That's a pretty good winning formula, I think. You just don't bogey any holes. That sounds like a good time. Ricky just played out of his mind. I'm the other thing I wanted to point out is that Vino kind of snuck his way into a solo podium on the last hole with a birdie. I thought it was a really good look for Vino to sneak in and have a really good showing, amid all the sponsorship drama, all the change there. I did see that Innova just released a Halo Star or a Champion Halo T-Bird. That is Vino Makala's Tour Series. So that looked pretty cool, but it was nice to see him kind of jump up the leaderboard and have a good showing there.
Yeah, I also want to say, I want to clap back a little bit about the whole putting overrated thing because you love to clap at me about it, so I'm clapping back. If you look at C2 and reg, whoever's at the top is probably winning the tournament. I get that, but
Hold on. Why do you have a throwing star?
It's not. It's
He's clapping
it's
back
not
for
a
real,
throwing
bro.
star. I found this, and so now I'm fidgeting with it. It is
That has got to be
multi-
the weirdest thing that I've ever seen someone just pull out.
It's are you sure about that? But this is not a throwing star. It's a multi-tool like screw device. So it has multiple different like ends to it that you can use real quick. So
I love it.
All right.
it's fun to fidget with because you just spin it like this. So anyways, love to be here. I'm glad I'm here. It's great to be back, guys. See you next week. So yeah, I mean, you still got to putt. I mean, if you look at Vino, he putted 94% C1X and got himself a third place. So
I think the difference really is
I might lose power. It is lightning like
oh, so you can
crazy
see
here,
lightning
by the
in
way.
Corey's camera too. So who knows how long this podcast is actually going to be? And I really think the disparity is more just if you are if you were a pro tour level player, you're putting well. And I think
Sure,
that's
I
what
get that.
it extenuates the difference. But no, I just thought that was funny to push my own narrative. Anyone else surprise you guys in like the top 10, top 20 here? Anyone that you're kind of heartened to see at the top, especially looking towards, you know, the second major of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been talking about.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mentioned this guy's name, and Jake Wolf almost made it in the top 10. Man, good for him. You know, little overhand thrower guy. I mean, he finished 10:56 for the tournament, so it's got to be his best tournament he's ever played. Also, honorable mention, in my opinion, would be Paul Ulibarri, finished top 10. He does these things before majors, where he finishes in the top 10 before he gets into it, gives everyone hope like he might have a chance, and then finishes like 25th or 30th. So if Matt was here, I mean, little spoiler alert, we're not going to be able to do our picks live or on here. So we'll send them out via Instagram. So check them out there. But I'm going to bet right now he's picking Paul Ulibarri in one of his picks. I'm just saying.
I think that should be like half a point if you correctly predict that. Correctly predict one of Matt's
I'm
picks.
telling you, I bet he does.
I could definitely see it. Anyone on the flip side, anyone you felt like had a disappointing showing here? I know Scott mentioned KJ in the chat. Same. I wish he could do the same and pop off a podium. I don't know if he's actually even played this event. No, I think he played KC Wide Open. I think he's still in the States. So, yeah. Rip Kevin Jones.
I want to mention FPO and say that was more exciting to watch than MPO down the stretch, just because how close it was. And Kristen coming back. It's crazy how Kristen comes back and she's, you know, she doesn't even play that great and she wins. I mean, she played well, but she didn't play like her best, you could tell. And she's got that Tiger effect on a Sunday, right? Silva, even par, could not handle it.
Yeah.
And she had shot, what, 6 under, 4 under, and then goes even. And she was good through the first 6 holes. And then all of a sudden, bogey, and then bogeys on the stretch. And Kristen's just like, I'm just going to par my way through. And if I get a birdie, I get a birdie. And so, I mean, she played well. It was really impressive to watch Kristen. Just her presence there, I think, makes people a little on edge.
Yeah, I think that's a part of Kristen's game that it's hard to quantify, so it doesn't get talked about as much, but she just does not mess up. So like a competitor trying to either, you know, hold off Kristen or not make mistakes to try to catch Kristen is so hard just to watch her be so incredibly consistent all the time.
I will say though, seeing Silva like in it, that is the Olga we've been looking for.
Yeah.
I think she has to just clean up a little bit, but she's the Olga. We need her in the States.
Again, she's only 22, so long time to develop as well.
Promising. I will say this. What was the putting stats for Kristen Tatar? 91% putting in C1. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me check all stats. That was a mistake. I apologize. I'm already trying to spit facts. But yeah, Kristen and Silva, 1-2 in putting. So I know Silva's like her forte or her signature is her putting. She's a really good putter. So, you know, I think what they're starting to do is FPO has been behind in the fact that they're not like the better putters play better, like generally speaking.
Yeah.
So I think they're starting to set a standard of, okay, if you want to win these tournaments, you're going to have to putt, 80, 85% from C1X. And that's what Kristen did, 86%, Silva 84%. So we're going to have to see these ladies step up and see if they push the game in the putting realm, because they've been a little behind with FPO or MPO side.
Yeah, and I think for Silva too, just too many bogeys this weekend. I feel like to really capitalize. 22% of the holes as
Not
bogeys,
good.
whereas 15s to Kristen. So it's especially at that level. Again, Kristen just doesn't make mistakes. So if you are always falling behind. It feels like.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Anything else you guys have on Krokel before we move on here?
Do you think Ricky is back in his groove? Or like why didn't he win the beginning of the season?
I think you
Like
got to
what-
win one. I think you got to win one to get yourself over the hump and know you can do it, and then you're back. And I think he did that.
But what
So
I understand that, but also this is what season of him being like dominant?
14th season with a win in a row.
Yeah, so he shouldn't have that hump anymore. He should be able to go out there and play. And I don't know if maybe he was in a funk in the beginning of the season to where like now he's finally like getting his reins back, but it looked like he was the old Ricky.
Yeah.
Like that was
I don't know. I
Ricky.
feel like early on, like typically with Rick, it seems like a health thing. Like he's always got like, oh, it's a Lyme flare up. Like we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't watched a lot of Ricky, I guess, because it hasn't been a ton of like, obviously he does have a win before this, but I haven't watched him play enough. But I totally agree, Corey. He looked like the Ricky of old this weekend. Like he was absolutely dominant.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Krokel was awesome.
on that fact of it's his 14th win in a row season. How do you say that? 14th season in a row with a win. That's what you say. Paul makes it 15 or 14 in a row. I think Paul makes it 14 in a row himself if he wins this year. So something to keep on your radar and trying to keep track of is Paul going to keep pace with Ricky? Because it would be wild if Ricky had something over Paul, because I don't know if he has too much over.
Yeah,
I
don't
think he's
know.
taller.
Definitely has that over Paul. He is also with this win very close to eclipsing. Paul has long had the record for the most the winningest. He's won the most cash.
The winningest.
He has won the most cash just purely via events in MPO forever. And Rick is only, I think, like $500 away now, I think, with this win. So he's definitely catchy. It's really close now.
Oh, I know Ricky's paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the lightning now. I didn't even realize it was storming.
That probably
who
changes if you factor in Ricky's Bitcoin investments, but this one's purely just on the course,
Just a quick fun fact before we move on. I'm just curious about this. Who do you think cares about that more, Ricky or Paul?
I think Paul 100%. I think Paul's a freak like that with stats and just like comparing himself to everyone.
How much did his McLaren depreciate? Or do you think it like?
I don't know.
I feel like he hasn't driven that thing a ton.
A car like that, I don't know, depreciates. I think a car like that goes up in value over time.
Depends on how does he drive it.
I feel like he hadn't had a ton of chances to drive it,
Yeah. How are they going to put a car seat in there?
Yeah. And now let's get one thing straight about the McLaren. I want everybody to know. It is one of the low-end McLarens. He does have a McLaren, but it is a low-end McLaren.
He's disc golf rich. He's not golf rich. He's disc golf rich.
Oh, my God.
That matters.
You wouldn't even want the high-end McLaren.
No, I know. The McLaren he has is like the one you would want. So, but still.
Me personally, actually, no. You know what? He doesn't have the low-end one. He has like the mid-tier. I prefer the low-end one.
There you go.
Yeah. As a car enthusiast, I would pick the cheapest one because I think it looks the best.
Nice.
Well, speaking of McLaren and innovation and technology, we had some recent drama in disc sports that we did not touch on here. I don't think at all, but we had Latitude 64, a week or so ago, come up with their specific line of new plastic innovation where they wanted to have more grip on the flight plate of the rim or on the flight plate of the disc. A lot of people are comparing that to Clash's tone technology, and Latitude saying that, hey, we've got a patent for this, and then Innova saying like, hey, we were actually trying to do this, and that's how we came up with Halo. So I just had the blanket question as far as like overall disc innovation. Where do you guys rank or think? I doubt any of us have had our hands on this new technology yet, but where do you think this is going to rank in the realm of disc sport innovation when you factor in MVP's overmold? You've got Clash's tone, you've got Halo, whatever you want to talk to here, the world's your oyster, but where do you guys rank this as? How important do you think this is going to be?
I think it goes, obviously MVP is number one when it comes to innovation. I think so. Number two, I would say Clash. And then I would put this above. I don't know. This might end up being number two. Because I'm trying to think of the use cases. And Bodanza just recently had a video where he unboxed it, and it is basically taking a stiff, like Champion style. I don't know what Latitude's plastics are. What is their champ?
Opto.
Are you sure?
So
is it?
That's probably Opto X
same...
is what they're using under it, because that's like the super stiff
X.
Opto.
Okay, so Opto X, super stiff, which means that it holds its flight. It's not going to get beat up. It's going to be easily like standardized. And then what it looks like is they're somehow putting a layer of like gummy, like a super thin layer of gumminess on the top and bottom to give you that grip. Did we lose him or did Tyler?
Hello?
So anyway, so there's like a thin layer on top and bottom, almost like, you know how when you like what's it called, Rhino Shield or whatever, when you put on like a pickup truck bed, you spray that stuff to like harden it,
like a bed liner. Yeah.
Dude, what is going on?
Tyler's
Did
our
you
whole
do that?
stream right now. No, I didn't change anything. What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay, we're taking Mega Tyler out of here for a second.
All right.
No, he can't hear you, Tyler.
No, and I can't stop staring at you sideways in all three.
Oh, so it's his aspect. Video Ninja changed him to horizontal, but he's still vertical in the horizontal. Tyler, try to turn your phone sideways.
This is just...
Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, hold on, everybody. We're going to go to our... actually, never mind. I'm not going to try that hard.
I don't see him or hear him.
I can see him for some reason in the... Tyler, try to reconnect to Video Ninja. I can see your feed into OBS, but I can't see you in Video Ninja. I just looked over at OBS and Tyler was like the full screen.
I know. Oh, technical difficulties.
Oh, that was amazing. That's got to be our Instagram reel of the week, is just Mega Tyler, bro.
we thought we created Mega Tyler by making that square bigger.
Yeah, he needed more.
And then he took over everything. That's so funny. Hey, there he is.
Hey, he's back. That was so. I thought your power went out at first, and then I
Yeah,
looked over at
something.
OBS and you were just our entire background for our stream.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
So
oh, you're totally good.
I believe it's called Rhino Shield, but it's basically when you spray that like hard plastic coating on like a pickup truck bed.
Yeah.
I think that it obviously they're not spraying it, but I think the gumminess is being like whether it's like welded on, like friction welded or something. I don't know what it is, but it seems like that's what it is. And it's coating the hard plastic. So having the grip, but also having the reliability, I guess, of a very thick plastic. We're gonna have to wait. Huh?
Do you think they're doing a spray-on texture to the rim?
I don't know if it's sprayed on. It's probably like heat welded on, but it reminds me of that coating. Or if you've ever used like Plasti Dip, where you can kind of get a texture on top of something by like spraying layers. I don't think they're spraying it. That's just in my head. That's kind of like the easiest way of describing the fact that it's just being like on top and bottom.
Because you would think that would just wear off over time when you throw it more.
Yeah. No, it's definitely plastic.
Right.
I just don't know what's causing it to adhere to each other.
Is the rim a little more like actual gummy, or is it just tacky? That would be
I don't think no, the rim itself is just hard plastic.
I know, but like does it got like some gummy type feel?
That's the word on the street.
Like,
oh, really?
I would say I'm much more excited to try this than Tone, I think, because when I think of like a gummy disc feeling better than a stiff disc, to me, it's mainly with my thumb. And as I understand like Tone technology, that's more of like the whole bottom of the disc is like super, super rigid. So I don't know. I feel like that would feel weirder to me than just like both sides of the flight plate being the more gummy material, and then the stiffness and rigidity is like the rim. I'm excited to try it. I think, for me as someone who's thrown a lot of like the 3D printed and like the NSH discs of the world, I think a lot of their drivers are they're hard to get in the middle stability. They're either like super overstable or super understable because a lot of the drivers are gummier plastic. So just the variation when you're trying to accelerate the disc just causes them to do some wild things. So I definitely like the idea of like a stiff, torque resistant core of a disc, but then, the nice feeling gummy top and bottom.
Does anybody know how Tone works? Like how are they putting their disc together, and why is it possible to separate them if you hit something hard enough?
Sounds like a good video idea.
I know there's a local rep here where I live. I haven't been able to talk to him too much about it though, but he advertises it all the time. I mean, I think it's just soft on bottom, hard on top, right? Is that what it is?
Well,
one of the two.
I guess it's like
it's two different plastics that are somehow merged together.
It's soft on top.
Oh.
And like the bottom piece is just half of the rim in a denser plastic.
It's almost like half the mold is one plastic and the other half is the other plastic. But yeah, I'm very curious on how that's merged together.
Yeah.
And I would love to try to split one apart.
It's like when you think of MVP, it's wrapping around the disc, so there's no way of it like falling off because it's a solid piece around a solid piece. This is almost two solid pieces that is just stuck to each other.
Yeah.
So I might have to buy one and see if I can separate it by a brick wall.
Science.
Let's go. I think innovation-wise, I think this is probably the lowest on the totem pole of innovation that Latitude 64 is doing. I think it's going to feel good, honestly. I like.
Well, how do you feel about Halo?
What do you want what do you mean? Or what do you want to know? What do you want my opinion about it? Innovation-wise?
Yeah, would that be more innovation than this?
Like Halo
just shoot it. Yeah, it's just shooting. Like it's just timing the plastic.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because like it goes from the core, and it shoots outward, and then they just put a lighter
Different color,
plastic
yeah.
after that pushes it out to the rim, which is why you never get like a perfect ring every time. But like I feel like that's not. It was innovative because it was like a new thing, but that would be the equivalent of the Jawbreaker, like Discraft's Z Jawbreaker. It's cool. Now you see everyone and their uncle coming out with this.
Yeah.
I mean, Prodigy has Fractal. All the Chinese companies are doing it with ease because they said, oh, yeah, that does look cool. And then now they're doing it. So
Yeah.
I feel like Halo is the same way, where it's just they tried something, but it's still just normal injection.
But I mean, I don't care about that part. I'm just saying, like the way it feels. That's what I'm gonna really enjoy. Like I want.
Well, yeah, no, you said innovation, so
I don't.
I don't think shooting two types of plastic the normal
Sure.
way in a disc is like
Sure.
that innovative, because I guarantee you, half my friends that work at like some of these factories probably tested some stuff out and was like, this is sick. And then they either went with it or they never did it again.
Yeah, I think also about MVP, the overmolds and everything like that are good for pro players. I mean, I've said this before on the show a couple of times, or a while ago, but I think MVP is like the worst disc for amateurs to throw because you have to get them up to speed for them to do what you need to do. If you get them up to like 80% speed, they're not going to do anything. They're going to die like a duck. And that was the biggest problem I had when I was throwing like a Crave, when I could only throw like max 280, 300. I wasn't consistent enough with that. So I'm still pretty low about the MVP's overmold, except if you're somebody who can get the disc up to speed. I think the innovation's there, obviously, because NASA people created it, apparently, or whatever, like rocket scientists or whoever they are. There was a lot of science behind it. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell like what's really innovative, right? Is innovative just doing something that's different, or is innovative doing something that actually makes a disc better, like flight wise? Does that make any sense?
No, yeah, I definitely think that's a good point of like, is like, what we're doing here beneficial, right? Like right. I had mentioned kind of jokingly, like the Ching plastic discs, right, that have the thumb grooves on top. Like I think that didn't take off for a reason for the most part, you know what I mean? And I guess Scott Stokely's kind of bringing it back, which has it at top of mind, but it's interesting. I just as an aside, I wholeheartedly agree on the MVP thing. Like I was throwing a Crave and it flipped up half the time and it wouldn't the other half, and I didn't figure it out until I was like, oh, I just have to throw it really hard to get it to do what it's supposed to do every time.
Yeah. So I mean, you can have like on one spectrum, like MVP's overmold, very innovative. And then you have these other guys, like Corey's saying, the Halo plastic, where it's just shooting plastics in just to see what happens. There's no like rhyme or reason. Maybe they're just trying stuff and, they come up with something that's different and good or whatever. Is that really them, innovating disc golf? I don't know. I would say no, but.
I will say, as another complete aside, the best thing about Tone technology in my mind is that it allows them to have the logos like between the rims, because those look sick.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
The issue though is it's not as customizable as we think, because you'd have to make a mold every single time to like.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they can just like, oh, let's just put this word in there, unless they. I don't know if you could.
We need a Clash representative here.
I need to talk to them.
All right, so that was a fun little topic. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about since that's new and a week or so ago had the disc golf world by storm. I'm going to throw everybody off the timing and put everybody on the spot. We're going to move into buy sell here and sandwich that in between our actual discussion topics. So if you're new, this is still a newer segment. Buying and selling disc golf topics means essentially nothing. It just lets us yap about things that we think are pros and cons in the disc golf world or our personal disc golf world. I'm going to go ahead and start and clap back at Scott for a second here. We're starting off with buys. I'm doubling down and buying on my take that Paul Macbeth wins European Open by 6 for no reason at all. But that's
by
just
6?
By 6.
All right. Okay.
There it is.
All right, I'm leaning in.
It's locked.
That's wild. Like, what's all right? You got to get a little bit of backstory. What's one thing about him that makes you think that?
He's my goat.
Where's the science? Come
Hey,
on.
this is my buy sell here. I don't need to prove my work. This is my buy is my own take.
I mean, I could just say something too. No reasoning behind it.
Say it.
Oh. No, I'm just saying, like, I could just say anything with no reasoning, and that's that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what this entire segment's supposed to be.
Just randomness.
Yeah, just what are
Whatever
you
you
buying?
believe
What are you
in.
selling?
I said a
Yeah.
lot of stuff off camera last week. I mean, it was on camera, but it was after we recorded. I hopped on with you guys for a minute. I think it was
Yeah,
last
so it didn't count.
last week. I know. What did I say to you guys last week? Oh, I want to say my big one then, since I mean now this is our recorded segment. Brody Smith will not play professional disc golf next year on the Pro Tour. I said that to you guys. I'll say it officially so everybody can see it on here. And I don't know if Scott was there when I said it. That guy is just gone. Like, he's gone. He's not grinding. He cares about other stuff. And one of the things I was saying right now is there's a lot of YouTube, like golf in general going on right now with pros and YouTubers. And I wonder if Brody's sitting thinking about, if I had stuck with the golf thing, could I have gotten into that scene and done stuff with pros? So like Bryson DeChambeau is doing stuff with YouTube golfers and whatnot because he does his own YouTube golf. And there's a lot of other guys on the Live Golf that do a lot of stuff with YouTube golfers. And I'm wondering if Brody's thinking about that kind of stuff. It just feels like Brody's mind is elsewhere. You know, I think it'll still be in disc golf in that foundation in other ways, but I don't know if, you know, he's really going to be playing pro disc golf next year. So, did he play? Is he going to Europe or no? We have any idea?
I don't know. I kind of doubt it, but I don't know.
Because I think
Yeah,
he
I'm not
said
sure.
last year, if I can remember, like he doesn't plan on going over there for any particular reason. Oh, just want to say this real quick. Paul Macbeth did DNF last year at the Open.
That's why he's coming back to win it by 6.
Just saying.
Motivated.
So, anyways, that's my. I'm buying that stock right now. Brody not playing pro disc golf next year.
I support it. I agree.
That's why I wanted Hunter on tonight. I wanted to hear what he had to say.
Yeah.
All right, Corey, what you buying?
I am buying lowering plane ticket prices
I'm with that. I can
for
support
the
that.
mere fact that we need all of the Europeans to come over here so we could finally figure out who is the best.
Yeah.
Are Americans still the best disc golfers because we invented the sport? Or has Europe taken over, but they aren't in the competition with us at the time?
I will say this, if I can interject on your buy, they do it better than us, if that makes sense.
The experience, yes. The skill
They
level,
take it more
is it
seriously
there?
than we do, for sure.
Well, there's Europe's weird, okay? I've seen some really weird sports that are
Shout
like
out to our
kind of
European
ours,
listeners.
but they completely changed it to make it theirs. Like handball. Why?
Handball's intense.
But why is that a thing?
I mean, it's a cheap sport.
Most of our sports are cheap.
I mean, handball, you just need a net and a ball.
And
Other
some hands.
sports need some equipment. But
Hey,
don't know.
I support it. I support it. We'll move
all
on
right, so
into
got it.
we'll move on into selling. I have a really simple one. I've probably already said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I am selling the weather currently because I tried to play disc golf yesterday and it wasn't even that hot, but it was so humid on like the second hole. I was just, like dripping with sweat. It was
This morning at 8 a.m., my phone said it felt like 87 at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Disgusting. I'm so over it. Scott makes up a great point. Isn't the President's Cup going to decide that? Shout out to America, never lost undefeated.
That's true.
But I
Didn't that
will
already
say
Didn't that already go down?
it's soon this week, I think.
They just announced like the teams.
But European Open's this week, right?
weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's in the next couple days. I'm not positive on that though.
So they play it just days before the Open?
I don't know.
I think so. Let's see. We can
I
get
told
some
you I don't pay
confirmation real
attention to
quick.
Europe.
I do think a change should happen in the President's Cup where right now it is, I think 6 MPO players and 2 FPO players. I honestly think if we had more FPO representation, that we would have lost already. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they could do
it starts tomorrow.
Okay. They could do 8 guys and 4 women. That would be more to make it 12.
Starts and ends tomorrow. Yeah, good point, Scott. It is tomorrow. We'll find out here shortly.
It's a one-day event now because I think they play team matches and then individual matches, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to say this right now. There's nothing better than the Ryder Cup on the face of the earth. It's my favorite sporting event every 2 years. We've done a Ryder Cup in our disc golf group. It is the most fun you could possibly have playing golf. I wish they could spice it up a little bit. You know, people fly. I mean, the Europeans are coming over here. We're going over there. All right, we need to start establishing a legit rivalry between each other. Actually, you know, it would be unpatriotic for me to say this, but, you know, I'm hoping the Europeans push them a little bit. Like, that would be great. And then we'd start having this rivalry, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
definitely.
Ryder Cup is second.
What's first?
A Fast and Furious movie premiere.
Oh, gosh, dude.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that.
Wow. I was going to say, like, back in the day, Call of Duty midnight release. That was
So true, man. So sick.
Or like
Actually going to the GameStop.
yeah.
or like Halo. Halo release was
Yep.
big too.
My buddy, we made a full-length video of my buddy going to the midnight release of, I think it was Madden 11, maybe, and then him putting it in, and they changed so much from the year before that he threw it away that night.
That's crazy.
I had the cheat code when I was a kid. My dad was a pharmacist at Walmart, so he would just bring the stuff home from the midnight release when he got off of work at like
That's
6.
awesome.
So I didn't have to go.
The biggest release I remember getting video game wise was in college, Black Ops 2. I think it was Black Ops 2 when that came out. I didn't go to class for like a week. So that was not good. But that's the biggest one I can remember. Other than Modern Warfare 2, which is my favorite Call of Duty of all time.
So sick.
But I would say I have to remember. My cell. My cell is Gannon playing well in this tournament. And that seems like a really cheap thing to say. But first time over in Europe playing disc golf, at least in the Open. So it's going to be quite fascinating to see how he does. Did he go over the Crocal? Did he play in the Crocal?
Yes.
No. Oh, he did?
I think.
I don't even see him. Oh,
He's
finished
tied for
seventh.
7th.
Okay. All right. So he's
So not
tied
bad.
for 7th. No, it's not bad. It's better.
Tyler said,
bad.
I don't even see him. He's in the top 10.
Well, you know what happened is I looked at the top 5 and I jumped down further down. I just skipped 6 through like 11. Didn't even look. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who knows how it's going to translate with him playing over here for the first time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cheap thing for me to use. But that would be my sell is Gannon's stock to win this weekend.
I respect that. Corey, what you selling?
I am selling not liking Ricky's personality.
Oh, I like this.
So
I'm all on this.
he is now doing course videos,
Yes.
and he's been putting them out. And the first couple, I was also not on board. There was just something about like him. I don't know if it's his face, the way he talks.
I've been saying this forever.
It just wasn't good. Watching the Crocal course breakdown, I may have fallen for Ricky's personality.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
why
gonna say
I'm selling not liking it.
I am a certified, like, before this, like, Ricky hater to the grave. I will say I watched those videos and I thought they were great. I've definitely backed down my Ricky hate.
I think so. I don't think we hate Ricky. I think we hate whoever's in charge of the videos for like DD and stuff like that. Because I don't know who was filming him on these, but it was just someone like basically he said, hold the camera. And then he got to say whatever and talk about whatever. And you could actually see a real human being laughing and talking and just like being himself. And I actually like it. I enjoyed
it.
I'll have to go take a look at it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It
was funny because there's you know that I can't remember what hole it is. It might be hole 1, honestly. Which hole at Crocal? Because I kind of skimmed through the footage. The one where it's like a slight hill where everyone was talking about if you hyzer, it basically skips OB. I think that's the hole I'm talking about.
I couldn't say.
It was like a par 3, and there's just like a hill, and you either like land at the bottom of the hill, or if you land on top of the hill, you skip OB left. Which
I
is
think
like
it's hole 1.
I think it is hole 1.
Yeah.
I think he was talking about that, or he was talking about another one that looks just like it, but there's a little like waterfall creek thing that goes into a pond, and he lost a felon, and then he like the day before, and then during the practice round, something else went in the water, and he's like, well, I don't care if I get my pants wet, I have to go in there. So he went in, grabbed his disc, and then he was like, oh yeah, I didn't realize how shallow it was. And then it cuts to him like chest deep water. So he went from like knee deep, and then he took like 2 steps, and then it just goes to like 4.5 feet.
That's funny.
And it was pretty funny. And then he ended up finding his felon from the night before. So
Nice.
it was cool. I like his personality.
Ricky getting a win. Good for him, man.
Yeah, I think they really do need someone, whether it's marketing or just videography. I think he needs to be able to talk to someone and not just talk to
a camera,
quote unquote, hundreds of thousands of fans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, depending on how many people are actually watching, he needs to talk to someone.
Yeah, I was going to say he did
the way
well.
That Foundation gets to talk to like Hunter, or I mean Connor.
I enjoyed him on Jomez's practice round as well. The recent one that he was on. I do think he's a lot better with human interaction and not just like, hey, here's a camera on a tripod, talk about a disc.
I was not getting the whole like drugged out look from him, because he's not. It's not like they're like running up to him like a paparazzi and saying like, hey, camera's in your face, talk.
Right.
It was just like, hey, I'm turning the camera on, and that's it.
Yeah.
So Ricky, if you want to pay me to be your video guy, I'll do it.
There you go. I'll take the job. I have a bonus buy since mine was fraudulent. I don't think I mentioned this last week on the podcast. I said it in Discord, but at Des Moines Challenge, I got reminded of this because Adam Hammis, Ulibarri, and Barella were all tied for 7th, and Tyler's out of here again. I am buying Hammis, Austin Turner, and Anthony Barella all wearing the same jersey on lead card and standing next to each other as often as possible. Was absolutely hilarious. You just want to like say nothing and look at each other until Tyler comes back.
Sure. Oh wait,
he's here.
You're below. Oh, there he is. Hi. I can't.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
This week I'm set.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
We can hear you now.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, dude. I'm using my phone, so I wanted to flip back to my notes last week, and of course it's screwing everything up. I said this last week in the after show. I want to say it again on record. I am selling Paul winning a major this year. Not happening. So I'm going to go on record against Taylor. Not going to happen.
See what happens.
He's old.
I got him by 6.
So what's what are the stakes?
A steak.
Man, if we're going to do some stakes, I mean, I'm pretty confident in my decision.
What if whoever loses this bet has to Uber eat, send the other person a steak?
The stakes is a stake. I got one for you. Whoever loses the bet has to film a video of a 9-hole round with the disc of the winner's choice and post it on YouTube.
Okay.
I like that.
1 disc round, but you get to pick the disc.
Yep.
All right.
For me, because I'm going to lose, because Paul's not going to win by 6. But
He doesn't have to win by 6. He just has to win.
that's
No,
fair.
I'm just saying.
Higher chance.
I'm just saying he won't win a major this year. Like that's all the bet is against. So he has 2 more chances after this weekend.
Oh, let's go.
Well, he has one more chance
But-
because Goose is going to win one.
Yeah,
Oh
that's,
wow,
that's fair.
that's daydreaming right there.
No.
I'll say I'll buy stock in Goose 2023 over 2024.
Did he win anything last year?
No, but he came darn close.
He did.
But
He
he
should have won Portland.
did he win any smaller events? Because he's already won.
Like A tier.
Yeah, I don't know. Either A tier
I
or
don't-
silver.
I don't
Nobody
think
cares
he's
about
won.
8 tiers, man.
He won like 2 already this year, I think.
I don't think. Oh, he won the. Did he win the 302? Or whatever
No.
that's called.
I don't remember. But he just won something like 2 weeks ago or something like that.
He did just win something.
Yeah.
Aaron
Gossage.
Gossage. What is happening?
I don't know. Yeah. Anyways. Yep, that's all I got. Those,
All right,
those are my little buy sells. I'll have something better next week.
Okay.
Speaking of he's got first. Aaron Goss has got first place in the DGPT All Star Weekend singles. There you go.
See, I told you he's winning.
He's won 303 Open and the Mid America Open.
The 303. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Speaking of majors and Paul and European Open, we got a major this weekend. So short and sweet, condensed. We can talk about this as long as you want to. But I just wanted to see everybody's top European Open storylines. What's everybody excited to see or looking forward to or think is the biggest deal moving into this weekend? For me, I just remembered today, I had already forgotten that not only one is this going to be the preview for Worlds next year, but this is also going to be the first time that it is 2 courses. It's not just at the Beast, it's also on Tampere. So that's what I'm excited to see. Excited to see Tampere as a whole. I know I've seen a ton of hype on it on social media so far. So I'm excited to see how it plays on 2 courses, as well as apparently at least the Beast is going to change drastically after 2025 and could be going away. So definitely gonna savor it while we still have it.
I will say the biggest storyline that I think isn't being talked about enough is Calvin gonna win a major? I think we need to be pushing that. And I think everyone else should be pushing the pressure on Calvin to win a major. I think that's the biggest thing I'm thinking about. I mean, you could talk about AB redemption as well from last year. That's big. You know, Gannon's.
What do you
first
mean
time
AB
there.
redemption?
He didn't do
AB went
anything
over
crazy
like
last year.
Yeah, they just babied him.
What do you mean?
He can't even get redemption anymore.
Why? What do you
Because
mean?
they changed the
16,
hole.
yeah.
Oh, well.
So
We're
you
gonna
might
get
as well
to
just try and throw it to the green and then miss and just go from the drop zone.
A redemption not of the hole, but redemption of the tournament to win. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not going to feel the same.
if you win, it's
I
gonna
feel the same to him.
Yeah.
It's still a different
If I'm
tournament because there's a whole
winning.
nother course this time. So
Yeah. I mean, and you can talk about, it would be hilarious if Gannon shows up and he actually would win it because it's his first time playing it and wins it. That'd be pretty funny. But I mean, the old dogs. I mean, imagine if we get a Ricky Paul Sunday going head to head. Eagle going to play well because this is his tournament? There's a lot of storylines. for me, the biggest one is the first one I said. Is Calvin finally going to win a major? I think that should, in my opinion, should be the biggest story.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry,
I just
number one for you.
I just spit out
No,
all
you're
the
good.
storylines, but yeah.
Corey, you got anything that's number one in your heart and soul? I also think, obviously coming off this performance, Ricky has not won a major in a long time and has not won European Open. He's won almost every other major except USDGC and all the old ones, like the Japan Open and nonsense like that, but has not won European Open. So I think he's got the momentum now. He just, laid the hammer down on the field. So,
Yep.
I think the only thing I can think of is they should rename the other course to the Beauty.
Apparently, I'm excited to see it. Apparently, it's more wooded, longer, and harder than the Beast.
Sounds beautiful.
Sounds beautiful.
Beautiful.
We can push that out. I will say too. I know there was an interview done with UC Maresma, so just to have it on our podcast in case you have not seen it elsewhere, it was a change forced by the PDGA, basically, for them to change hole 16. They've wanted them to change it for the past 5 years, apparently, and finally this year we're like, nah, for real, if you don't change it, you're going to have to be an X major like
so what
USDGC.
What was the issue?
Jeff Spring got involved.
So what was the issue that the PDGA had? I know it's the only hole that does a specific thing, but I can't remember what it is.
Yes, so it is not the traditional out-of-bounds rules, which has to be written by an exception for the PDGA, which is not Jeff Spring, but would be, what's his name? Dynamic Disc guy.
Rob Schneider.
Gosh, come on, fellas. So it is what
Jeremy?
No, he left Dynamic Disc to be the president of the PDGA. Tyler has a picture with him.
Bjerkes.
Yes, Dave Bjerkes. What UC Maresma had mentioned was that it is an exception to the rules that the PDGA has to grant for them to still be a sanctioned, rated PDGA event, for them to use a bunker rule as the out of bounds rules. What he mentioned that the PDGA really did not like is that everyone else, hundreds of tournaments, would then write into the PDGA to try to get the same exemption and then use the European Open as the example of we want to do a hole like the European Open. So I don't know. It seems pretty lame to me. It's like an iconic. Can you go
further
hole.
into detail on what that rule is?
That you cannot advance when your disc goes out of bounds.
Okay, so it's literally stroke and distance.
Right.
So are we officially talking about 16 right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the way it should be played for pace of play, if that's what we're doing it for, is I don't know how you exactly do it, but it needs to be treated like a hazard, in my opinion. Or did you guys enjoy people just throwing disc after disc until they got it on the island?
I mean, I think I don't know. It feels like a bad change to me when this is the highest level of disc golf. It feels like you can lay up if you want to. You don't have to throw 10 discs at the island and not make it. You are the best in the world. Figure it out. Either throw it on the island or lay up and take a bogey.
I think it would be, or I just thought about this, just throwing it out there. The easy fix, just make it a par 5. So you're going for eagle, or you can just lay up and throw up.
Take an easy birdie.
And then you can take an easy birdie. So that's the big advantage. I mean, I guess it's the same scoring separation. It's just the thought of taking a worse score. So maybe that doesn't do anything, actually.
Yeah, and to Scott's point in the chat, Scott just mentioned, don't make an exemption. I hate the PDGA. That's hard to do when the PDGA controls all the majors, and it's been UC Maresma's career goal to have worlds at those courses. So
yeah,
sucks.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if you play it as a hazard, you're one drive, 2 towards the green. If you miss it, you take 3 and you're putting 4. I don't know. Honestly, this is going to be counterculture. I don't mind their change at all. I really don't care enough.
I think it's
guess.
only a huge talking point because of what happened last year. Like if AB doesn't throw 8 discs at the island last year, I think they changed this and people are like, oh, that sucks. Like it was cool, like, 17 USDGC or whatever. And then you're over it in a day.
Yeah. It took AB having an absolute collapse. I mean,
yeah, but I just don't like the double drop zone.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like a double standard in the sense of, okay, well, if we do this for hole 16, I guess we got to do this for hole 17 at USDGC then, right? It's the same kind of concept.
I guess USDGC is more okay with being not rated in X tier.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I would agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, that's what it would start feeling like. Like, okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Like, if we're not going to do it anywhere now, then I feel like we should change hole 17. Yeah. Which, I don't know. I feel like they've changed it before, but I can't remember all the details. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's all I got on European Open. You guys got anything else? I'm excited to see who wins. No. See who take it out. My last complaint is I shouldn't have to pay for DGPT, DGN Pro, whatever it is, to be able to watch the European Open. But I think that also goes back to Yusuf Marisma mentioned in his interview about why it took so long to get Worlds out there is he really wanted control of the media rights. So I have a feeling that plays into that piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott says in the chat the only people that care are the talking heads that now don't have a storyline to talk about. Yeah, that's us. We need our storyline. All right.
Well, no, I mean, we're just going to talk about it because everyone else is talking about it, but I actually don't think it's that big a deal. I've heard some people make some big deals about it. Personally, I don't.
Well, I don't like any drop zone that is a putt.
Yeah, I agree with that. Unless it's like 60 feet.
The second drop zone should be like maybe a little bit into the OB at the farthest edge of the fairway. So you're still throwing at least 100 feet, not a 45.
It'd be like where
putt.
your layup would be, right?
Well, no, it technically it would be in the OB. So you'd be throwing from the OB, but a little farther than like the edge of where the layup would be.
There's that. As always, we're gonna wrap up with a game here. I've been sitting on this game. I cooked it up a couple weeks ago, and I'm super excited. I'm kind of sad Matt's not here for it, but it honestly makes scoring easier. Where this is just a one-on-one match play. So here's the premise. You get a point if you win. Lose. The goal is I am going to tell you. We're going to run this thing until Tyler has to go. I don't know how many examples we're going through, but I am going to tell you a disc manufacturer. Okay. You guys, the goal is to guess their oldest approved mold.
Oh no.
So if you get the oldest mold that has been approved by that company, you get a point. It's mono-y-mono match play. The first one that I have pulled up is Axiom discs.
What are we doing?
You got to say a disc and
out loud or message?
Oh yeah, let's do a coin flip because I think going first is an advantage. So we'll go coin flip for the first one, and then whoever loses goes first on the second one.
Yeah, flip your Ninja Star.
Oh, that's a good option.
Call it.
I don't. Star.
Just lightning. Do you guys hear this lightning or no?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like right next to my window.
You can't hear lightning, but it's cool.
Dude, oh my gosh, you and my wife both suck it.
Well, we literally made a name for the sound of lightning.
Somebody call it heads or tails.
Heads. I'll go tails. Tails never fails.
All right, tails.
It was heads. Corey goes first.
Let's go. I'm gonna kill this Ninja Star through the screen.
Axiom.
Maybe not kill, but like seriously injured. Let's say that.
Yeah. Gotta go to the hospital or something.
Oh, so Axiom. All right, let me think. Let me research this real quick.
I'm gonna go Hex.
I am going.
Oh no.
I am going to Axiom.
Can't
Huh?
think of what it's called. Yeah,
I'm just gonna go Envy.
All right, the Hex was approved on February 22nd of 2021, and the Envy was one of their two
What?
first approved molds on January 12th of 2014.
Yep.
So that's
the
a
Hex
dub.
is that new?
I did not
Yes.
realize that either. That I'm not a big gyro fan, but that's
They're
wild to
known
me.
for putters, so you could have named any of their putters and maybe been close.
I've literally never heard of.
I did not know that
Axiom
was
being
one of
known
their
for
more
putters.
recent discs.
What did you
I've
say?
literally, I've literally never heard of Axiom being known for their putters.
Like MVP Axiom. Yeah. Putter throwing? Yeah. That's the reason why James Conrad came over, is because he was one of the best putter throwers.
I don't think that's why.
I mean, they probably gave him some money, but yeah.
I think
You know.
I think the brothers were like, we really like you. You should play for us.
that was a convincing point for them, is what they've said. That's what they
Okay.
said.
Hey, don't be salty because you lost, Corey. You get first pick this time.
I'm
It's
just
all right.
confused
You're
on the whole
You're just a
putter
point
thing.
down. You're
Fire
just a
him up,
point
Taylor.
down. Next up,
Keep
we
it.
have Latitude 64.
Frick. What's that one called that you used to throw? Frick.
Frick.
Corey does have the box here.
No, I don't.
I have the box. He went first last time.
Yeah, but you won. So I was gonna do loser gets first pick, but we can do however you want.
No, I'd flop it back and forth.
Okay. Tyler's got first
Yeah,
pick.
just flop it.
Just flop it around. My bad.
Just
That's on
flop
me.
it.
I'm gonna go with I really don't know. Oh, man, I wish I remember the one. Oh, Core.
Yeah, I was a big Core fan. Does Corey know a Latitude 64 disc challenge?
I'm gonna go with the
I was gonna-
compass.
Ooh.
Ooh, that is sneaky. Let's see where the compass lands.
I was gonna say the mall. And then I was like, oh no, the Core. I know the Core was an old one.
Whoa, where is the compass at? Oh,
Probably 2025.
it hasn't come out yet, actually. It's never been PDG approved. Okay, the compass was December 9th of 2015.
Okay.
And then the Core was March 18th of 2008. It was one of their first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seventh approved discs. So Tyler's two.
What was the
2-0
first?
here. Was
Well-
the Cenis.
That's a great name. Bring that back.
Oh, we love the Cenis. They're taking the grip pads off of the Cenis, unfortunately, or fortunately,
Grip
depending
pads.
on. Yeah, it had a little texture.
Oh, is that that putter?
Yeah. Kind of like a
Little-
zone-ish, like overstable approach disc kind of thing. But yeah, it and I used to putt with a spike. Actually, it was more of like a putting putter, but they had little like,
Oh,
texture.
that's what I'm thinking of. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so the spike had 2, and then the Cenis has 3. But apparently they're taking them off. I don't know.
Great.
I also completely forgot the Vision was a disc. That was like the old school diamond. It was like super understable. That thing was fun. Let's see. What should we do next? Let's go with Prodigy. Prodigy discs.
Oh boy.
And then it is back to Corey.
Huh. um,
I know you know one of the discs because you just have to say a letter and a number. So
yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out what order did they make them.
The audio listeners just thought we went dead.
yeah, I had to sneak something in there.
I did go dead. I'm gonna go M3.
Ooh.
Solid.
I will go.
Because I know that's decently old because I gave you one.
Yep, it's in my bag right now.
I will go F7.
This is actually a close one.
Oh,
So
I didn't mean to say F7. I meant to say F5. I meant to say F5, but whatever. F7 it is.
That only hurts you a little bit. So this is a close one. The M3 that Corey gave me, which is actually an M2, and it has in brackets originally M3, was approved on the same day as the M3 in brackets originally M2, which was March 5th of 2013. And then the F7 was July 6th of 2013. So just a few months difference there between the M3 and the F7. They actually, the first 4 they got approved in January of 2013 was the D series. So D1 through D4.
I was gonna say the distance driver is probably what wanted to hype it. So who got that? Corey got it.
Corey got it. Yeah. So it is 2-1 for Corey. We'll stay.
I'm on the board. I can retire.
Some Corey vibes. We are gonna go with the Scraft. Some disc.
That doesn't help me.
I get to go first though.
That is true.
So what is some OG stuff out of them?
Oh, I did not. I don't know any of these discs.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore.
That's amazing.
I will go. I don't know, man. Buzz.
I like Buzz. Corey, what you got?
Shoot. I'm trying to think of.
I was trying to think of some drivers that aren't out there anymore.
I'm trying to think of. It's a 3-letter. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What is it? It's a 3-letter name.
Just remember, you lose $1 million if you get it wrong.
Oh, I can beat the Buzz. I can beat the Buzz. I just
confident.
Trying to think of.
No pressure, but if you come back 2-2 right here and set up the best of 5 tiebreaker, it's kind of electric content wise.
Yep. It's got to be that way.
Oh my god!
Don't blow it, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead. No, I'm trying to say you're gonna win. Scott, let us know in the chat what the tiebreaker manufacturer should be.
I'm trying to think of the specific mold that I'm like. I cannot picture it. It's 3 letters. This isn't. I'm not putting this out there. I'm just trying to say it out loud so I can maybe.
Yeah, talk through it. You got it.
It's like the.
You got it. You got it. Figure this thing out.
It's like the AXT or A. Am I close? Do you see that?
Yeah, I see what you're going for.
It's a putter. It's a putter, and it's like
what
the.
It is.
Oh gosh, dang it! I knew I should have went for this other one. I was debating the Buzz and something else, and it other one would have been older.
Oh. Well, considering the fact that the Wasp tooled Buzz means that the Wasp existed before the Buzz.
Ah, dude, there's so many discs I had in my mind from Discraft. I was like, I think that's older than the Buzz. And sure enough,
they've got some bangers back there.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at it now, and I'm like, oh yeah, all these ones. I was like, I could use this, I could use this. They're all here, and they're all older than the Buzz. But whatever. I'm letting Corey back in, I guess. Come on, Corey.
So is it Wasp final answer?
Yeah, sure.
All right, the Wasp was approved on September 29th of 2002. Buzz September 30th of 2003. So the Wasp is the oldest.
What is the 3-digit?
APX.
APX. Why didn't you say? Yeah, why didn't you say the Extreme?
I was thinking the Extreme was back there.
I'm not sure when that actually came out.
Shout out to the Sky Streak as well that Brody was throwing around back in 1983.
What about the XL?
That's pretty old. 1998.
That's what I was. Yeah, I was thinking about doing the XL, but yeah.
My first disc that came into mind was the Reaper, and the Reaper was before the Buzz.
That is a disc that I've seen that I always forget exists, and like I see somebody talk about the Reaper, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
The Reaper is actually good. I have one, and it's pretty thick.
All right, so Scott hit us up with Legacy or Gateway for the tiebreaker best of 5. I'm going with Legacy discs because I feel like that's going to be less known here for some reason. But
What?
Who goes first?
Tyler goes first, I believe. Or no, Corey, you go first.
Because we waited 17 years for Corey to pick his
Yeah, I thought we already had done like 3 or 4.
company that he grew up with.
Because I was trying to find that one.
Unbelievable.
So this one's for all the Tostitos.
Also, fun fact: the APX?
Yeah.
APX.
There's an APX and an
also,
MPX.
But the APX is that the Reef, the DGA Reef that I tried to give Tyler, but he didn't want it. So I'm gonna do a lunch break with it.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. So we're going Legacy. I'm gonna go Patriot.
I was gonna say I know like one disc from him. I gotta think of the other one.
The other one.
What's the other one that I know?
Do you want the Patriot? I can name off some more.
No, let me figure out the other one.
All right.
It's like the.
It is like the.
It's something. It flies in the sky.
Hopefully you take longer than me so we can't complain about my
Well, you know disc crafting ones. I don't know the Legacy.
I know. I was trying to think of the oldest one I could think of.
I'm going to selfishly complain that this is going to be the hardest podcast to edit yet with our technical issues and things I'm spliced together here. So it's all right. It's all right. I'm going to already spend some time on this one.
I want to say that disc that's like the it's like a beaver or something like that.
Are you talking about the Badger?
The Badger. Just give me the Badger.
Okay, I win.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Badger is pretty recent in 2021, and then the Patriot, pretty old, 2012. One of their earlier ones.
Where's the Cannon?
Cannon was number 2 in 2011.
Corey had a massive comeback.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. What
you don't know is Legacy is also something that I grew up with.
So this is rigged. This whole thing has been rigged.
It was rigged. I asked Corey beforehand. I was like, "Hey, what disc companies do you know the most about?"
He said, "Do you know Legacy?" I said, "No." He said, "Say Pursuit."
We ended with Discraft and a company that Corey grew up with, Classic.
Yeah, I didn't know about Legacy, but I did throw Corey a bone with Discraft because it was looking pretty rough, and it turned out, what can you do? But what you can do is buy any of your Legacy or Discraft molds over at foundationdisc.com. Shout out to them for allegedly sponsoring this podcast. Shout out to Matt. I hope he's having a great time at his concert. We miss him.
Do they have Legacy?
Yeah. Hunter throws a lot of Legacy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Then yes, do that.
Whatever disc golf things you need, you can buy in there. If you don't, and you only listen to us on Spotify or the podcast apps, come join Scott in the YouTube live chat. He needs a friend in here other than us. We're going stir crazy. But if you prefer to listen to us on our commute or wherever, beggars can't be choosers. Listen to us however you want. We're on podcast apps, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Take your pick. We'll be back here Tuesday nights, 7:15 Central Time, because it is the best time zone. And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.
Deuces.
Bye. Speaking of Foundation, I just did some. You know how we refreshed our backgrounds for the podcast?
Yeah.
I made some for In the Bag because I'm sick and tired of seeing just like FaceTimes. So
you hit up Robbie and said, "Fix this now."
No, I just made them and I sent it to Robbie via Discord DMs because that's just the easiest way to get those to him. So he said he's going to pass it along, which probably means nothing's going to come from it, but you never know.
Yeah.
Also, I'm on iOS 18 beta, and it's kind of weird.
Wait, is that out yet?
Yeah.
It's beta.
Beta
It's the
boys.
beta.
All right, I'm impressed, Tyler. You made it this long. I know you said 9:30, so we've
I
kept
know.
you for too long.
I thought you said 10, so sorry about that. Bye, Tyler.
Bye, guys. See ya, dude.
See you.
Hey, do you still have those lists pulled up?
Hey guys, welcome to the Corey and Taylor Show, the after show of Unfinished Business, where we shit talk our podcast hosts.
Yeah,
I'm your host.
Wickham.
Yeah, I do actually.
Do you go to Discraft and look up the Storm? Because I'm pretty sure that went away because of the buzz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I have one at home that it's old.
Not on page 1. What the frick, dude?
I'm gonna guess 1999.
I wonder if they approved it. I don't see it in here.
The Storm.
Yeah, I don't see one.
Huh.
I wonder if they like changed the name or something.
No.
Oh, I'm just an idiot. 2002. How did I not see it?
Oh. Okay.
So when was that in relation to the buzz?
I thought Buzz was 03. Or Buzz was
When
13.
I look at Discraft, it's not here, and then when I look for it specifically, it shows up. The buzz was 03, yeah, September 30th, 03.
Yeah, okay. It is funny though, because I do have. Well, this is the more recent one, but I used to have the Discraft chart, like the flight chart.
Mhm.
I have this one, but I used to have the old one that had like the XL, the XS, all those like crazy
the old
funky
ones.
ones. Yeah.
Bro, what do you know about the Innova Wolf?
Wolf?
Yeah, man.
I know I've heard of it. Is it hold on. Let me see if this is the. Yeah, it's got the face on it.
Yeah, so I don't know why when I first, I guess because it's just a super understable like mid. When I started playing, I swear at my parents' house, we have at least 10 of those things in a closet. And I think I'm just going to start throwing them
Find
again.
them.
I know.
Find them.
I'm going to start throwing the wolf again, bro. They even, can I buy
4
a
3
wolf
minus
today?
4 1. You got
It's the Rolo before the Rolo, dude. It's got a thumb track on it.
Whoa. Why doesn't every dude? Innova's freaking website is so cool. I didn't know you could do this. Oh wait, I gotta lower
Hold on,
that.
I pulled up.
I didn't know you could do this.
Oh yeah, where you can rotate. It's so nice to rotate the disc
that's
around.
so cool.
Yeah,
How'd they do that?
got a good web designer, man. Instead of paying pros, they're paying the web designer.
Well, I mean, like how'd they do that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Or is
know.
that just? Oh,
I
I'm
can't
an
buy
idiot.
a factory second wolf. This is bullshit, dude.
I'm an idiot. That's probably just a 3D rendering.
Yeah, but it's
For
cool
some
that
reason,
you
I'm
can
think- For some reason, I'm thinking like, oh, that's a picture of a disc that they somehow spun around like that. No, it's probably a CAD model,
Yeah,
and I'm just an idiot.
yeah, it's okay. I swear, in the next like 6 months, I'm going to redo my entire bag with just factory second old Innova molds.
So
That's what I'm about.
Come to the conclusion that because I have the new channel, I'm redoing lunch break to where if I don't break even, then I give the disc away.
Oh, I like that.
One, that'll hopefully bring people to the channel for a giveaway, and two, maybe people will start suggesting or sending in discs that are like crazy.
Like the lightning.
Yes. So maybe someone might get their hands on the lightning. Also, in stock, got to pick one of these up.
Bro, I applied to be a reviewer for Scott Stokely discs and never heard back, so I'm honestly in shambles. I do want to get one, and then I still have the old ones, so I want to do a video of like comparing the old ones to the new ones.
I'm really sorry to say this, but
Oh no,
I was talking to PyPan, and it sounds like they're going to be sending me more stuff, even though they haven't sent you yours
bro,
yet.
I'm so depressed.
I Honestly, if he does send, is it a he or she?
I assume a he, but I don't know.
That's what because we're dudes. But
Dudes and discs.
I know there's a lady that either runs it or I don't know.
Hey, maybe that's why they hate me. Maybe I called him a he and it was actually a she.
What's up, dude?
What's
Can I
up,
have some
bruh?
of this, bro?
Give me some
Brother with a
bees,
giant-
dog. You know about that.
Yeah. What's up, master?
They're like, yeah, I'm actually
man?
not talking to this guy ever again.
If they do say like, hey, we're gonna send you some stuff, I'm just gonna tell them to package your stuff with mine, and then I'll just send it to you because I'll most likely see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, when you come to Atlanta, bro.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Weren't you nearby Atlanta that one time?
Yeah, that company is. So the way that company worked was I did 2 of the systems, and they have like I think 3 or 4 more that they want to do, but they're doing like the analytics on how well this helps. Like what's the benefit over I think like a month, and then they're gonna come back and I think this week or next week, my coworker's going down there to train them so that they learn how to like use the system like programming wise, as opposed to just like, okay, it works and that's it.
Right.
So once that happens, they'll probably sign off on the other ones, and then I'll be able to go down there again.
Yes, no, we got to go play that the course I made the video at. Bainbridge. It's so good.
How close is that
to Atlanta? Let's see.
What is Smashbox?
You don't know about Smashbox?
Well, did you read that message from Tyler?
No.
Someone's on Smashbox.
We love Dustin.
Well, really,
it's
what is
it's Terry Miller's podcast.
Oh, I didn't know it was called Smashbox.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what that means. Bainbridge, Georgia to Atlanta, Georgia is 3.5 hours.
It's not bad.
Far.
I just got to figure out. Yeah, it is pretty far. But I got to figure out. Well, like if it's like
there's probably better. I mean, I'm not going to say better courses. There's probably good courses with less of a drive for you that we could meet at.
Oh, dude, if I end up going down there, you can just come crash at the hotel like Matt did.
Oh, yeah.
And do your work in the hotel. And then there's so many courses. So many.
Yeah. Atlanta seems like a good time for disc golf.
Yeah. Like that one that I did the video where it was what did I call it? Northwoods Junior.
Oh, yeah.
That's Atlanta area.
Yeah. I want to go to that. That sounds fun.
And then there's that one that, what was it called? There was another one that's like it's literally 10 minutes from the hotel that I stayed in. So nice. Just the nicest.
I gotta stop playing like ass before that, because it did not go well for me yesterday. Actually, it's probably more entertaining if I do play like ass. Exactly.
That's what the Brogy bows.
The Brogy brothers.
The Brogger.
Dude, the Broggers.
If we ever get a chance to play against them, you know how they always say like, so what's your team name?
Yeah, we're gonna be the Broggers.
We need to be the Booger Brothers. the Bogey Bros versus the Booger Brothers.
Yes, dude.
Dude, it is kind of nuts though that they freaking had.
Yeah, that's something fishy about that, man. There's something fishy about that.
I did message Ledgestone, not about the plagiarism. I should have.
You guys, just so you know, I made this video.
Yeah, just so you know, I'll see you in court.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I said like, please tell me that there's some good colors with these, because a lot of the Z Swirl looks like just really bad, like
Stinky.
Bland colors. Yeah, like the old titanium
stinky.
was just silver and like pale green, pale blue.
Oh yeah, all the old titanium stuff is gross.
Yeah, I
Reminds
mean,
me
there
of
was
like Innova Shimmer Star, where it's either like silver or like poop brown.
yes, and that's kind of how some of the Z Swirl is, and also this year's, I don't know why, but this year's Colradalin pipelines are like gross colors because they're like the metallic Z,
Oh yeah,
but all the other discs have really bright, vibrant colors. It's just like
It's
like
just
he got
goals.
the shaft. Yes, it's like that disc specifically got the shaft when it came to colors. Like even the pinks and stuff are just like bland and
just
pale.
dull. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's annoying. I want to throw like bright discs.
I would say that's why
you know?
I like half the reason initially I love that grunt so much is it's just like the most vibrant pink.
Can you see how much that's in there? I
He's
can
vibing.
barely.
He's vibing back there.
Gosh.
All right, brother. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm gonna go eat.
All right, go get Cane's.
Oh, I wish we had one. That sounds so good.
We're about to have one that's like 10 minutes from our house.
I can't complain because right now we're getting a Wingstop and a cookout.
Oh,
So both
Dude.
of those I'm excited about.
you know when we were in where's Foundation?
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg. I'm pretty sure that was the first time that Matt ever had Wingstop.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he was
Bro,
like,
Wingstop's
he's
so
like,
good.
he's like, they got this Wingstop place. I'm like, oh, dude, let's get Wingstop then. And he's like, okay, what do you usually get? And he was asking me all of the basic questions, and I was like, I'm assuming. I don't
Hey.
think you've ever had this.
Not blessed with the wings.
All
Okay,
right, go
Scott.
eat.
Scott. That's too far. He said hot take. Canes is not that good.
I'm leaving now
That's all right. We're out of here.
before I start cussing.
Cookout is banging though.
Yeah.